Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the official Q&A for Graduation Chronicles. I have my questions pulled up on my laptop, so when I look down, just know that's what I'm looking at. So yeah, without further ado, I don't want to drag this out, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. So when did you come up with the idea for this book? Honestly, right after I put out Henry, I knew I wanted to put out another book, and I know I wanted to do it before I graduated. So it's kind of been an ongoing thing. I didn't know what it was going to be, but I know I wanted it to be something memorializing my education. So like the actual idea for the book kind of came along about a month ago. What inspired you to write this book? Like I said, I wanted to do something memorializing my education. That's what inspired me to write this book. Can you tell us about your new book? So Graduation Chronicles is a poem book, that has a poem for each grade that I've been in throughout my entire educational journey, and it's really personal. It's something that people can relate to, and it's something that I wrote to inspire people. Is this book some type of a memoir? So this book is not a memoir, but it is in a way. I do want to write a memoir, but for now, this book is not a memoir. It has experiences and poems written about my experiences throughout education, but I don't delve deep into any topics, so not yet. What was the first step you took towards writing this book? The first step I took towards writing this book was drawing the cover. I drew the cover for this book, and that was the first step that I took. The cover kind of inspired it all, really. And yeah, that was the first step I took. How does this book differ from your previous work? So for those of you who don't know, I put out Henry in 2020, so it's been 3 years since I put this book out, and that just feels crazy to say because it doesn't feel like it's been that long. But this book differs from Henry because Henry was about Henry, you know, and Graduation Chronicles is about me, so that's the biggest difference that I picked out. Also, like, there's noticeable size difference between the books because Henry was a whole novel, and I also couldn't do exactly what I wanted to do because it was COVID and I couldn't drive, so there was a lot of stuff that I can do for this new book that I couldn't necessarily do for Henry, and so that's the biggest differences for me. Were there any challenges you encountered while writing it? Honestly, no. The biggest challenge for me was just getting my ideas for the poems onto paper, so I wrote down all the different experiences that I had that I wanted to include in the book, whether that be band, student government, and then some of them didn't even make it. I started with writing it down, and yeah, then the poems just came to life after that. So yeah. Did you have a specific routine or approach to writing this book? Honestly, no. Like I just said, I wrote down the ideas for the poems that I wanted to include, and I just wrote the poems from there. So there was no real routine. It was just kind of, I wrote that down. I had all the poems done within 24 hours. So, you know, that's exciting, and that was impressive for me because with Henry, it took me a full 3 months, and it's longer, but it's not that much longer. So, yeah, to have it done that quickly, I think it just because it was so organic the way that it happened. It was organic with Henry too, but like I said, that was about Henry. This was from me, so it was a lot easier to write, if that makes sense. Can you delve deeper into the inspiration behind the book? The inspiration behind the book was me graduating. I wanted to memorialize my educational journey, and as you can see on the back, it's my very first day of school, a photograph of my very first day of school. So it's very full circle, and that's the meaning of the book, really. What specific events or experiences influence the book's content? So honestly, I'm taking art right now, and kind of our final project assignment was she kind of didn't give us any rules, so that's kind of where it came from, just me being creative, and it had been a while since I had been creative. So it felt good to kind of get back into that space and be creative again. Were there any people who played a significant role in inspiring this work? Honestly, the book is dedicated to my family, my friends, my teachers. So there's those who were around me who helped me throughout my educational journey, whether that be helping me with assignments, teaching me, getting me to school, whatever. So I just want to say thank you again to all of those people out there who helped with my educational journey. How has your personal journey impacted your writing? So for those of you who don't know, when I put out Henry, I kind of hadn't took an English class in a while, and looking back at it, like, I don't know, I don't want to say it's embarrassing, but looking back at Henry, the writing just wasn't up to the level it should have been. And English classes being online because of COVID definitely didn't help. So after Henry, I took my college English classes, and that definitely helped with writing the book. So that's helped a lot with my grammar, my formatting, and just overall, I think. So I kind of went off topic with that one, but yeah. Since then I've had a lot more education, and I think it definitely reflects in the book. Why was it important for you to have the book available in both audio and physical formats? So for those of you who don't know, I did an audiobook for Henry, and for this book I also decided to do an audiobook because the audiobook for Henry was dedicated to my grandpa. He was blind, and I wanted to have something that could represent him and just help all people who maybe can't read, you know, people have a hard time reading. I kind of made it a promise to myself that any book I wrote, I would do an audiobook version in memory of my grandpa because he's no longer here with us. So that's why it was important to me to have an audio version of the book available as well. Can you explain how the audio format enhances the reading experiences? So I narrated the audiobook, so I think it coming from me will help you better understand, if that makes sense, because there's certain nuances in my voice and things that might change throughout reading the book, so I feel like you'll get that full emotional experience. Will this book be published on multiple platforms or in various languages? So various languages, not yet. I am working on something for Henry and this book, and multiple platforms, just my website. With Henry, I put out the book through Barnes & Noble and Amazon, but for this book, I'm just putting out through Amazon and my website, so no. Are there plans for an ebook version? So I have the ebook version. I'm just not that well versed in formatting ebooks, so I don't want to make that commitment just yet, but you know, maybe, you never know. What can readers expect from the physical version that they won't find in the audio version? Honestly, in the physical version, there's not really much else that I didn't include in the audio version, just because, like I said, the audio version is very important to me. I think probably the illustrated cover and the back cover, you know, I think that those are very important symbols, not only to myself but to the book as well, because it's about my educational journey, and I couldn't think of anything more representative of that than my first day of school and an illustration on my last day. What do you hope readers will take away from your book? I hope people who read the book have a greater appreciation for their education, and I hope that it inspires people to know that nothing is impossible. Can you describe the main message or themes of the book? So I've been calling the book a love letter to my education, and I couldn't think of a better way to describe the book, because it really is a reflection, appreciation, and just a recollection of my education. How do you believe your book can impact or resonate with your readers? So for those of you who don't know, it's Native American Heritage Month, and the book has, as you can see, I have my feather, which represents my Native American heritage, on the cover. And one of the main reasons I put my little self on the back was not only to represent my educational journey, but to also really just drive home the fact that Native children are important to listen to, support, and uplift. You know, because as a child, I didn't really have any Native American authors that I could look up to, or just people in media that represent me at all. So I feel like for children seeing this book, you know, even though it's not necessarily a child's book, it would be important to them to see someone who looks like them on the back of the cover. So yeah. When's the book's release date? So the book is out December 7th, which is a Thursday, and I'm very excited for the book's release date. Can you share any special events or promotions surrounding the book's launch? So I will have advanced copies of the book, and I will be doing signings at Papa's Place in Rayford on the 18th, Saturday the 18th in November. And so that's exciting. And then I'm also planning something for the 2nd. I don't know exactly where it'll be. So just stay tuned on the channel. I'll probably post an update, or if you have me on social media, then I'll probably be posting updates. Just stay tuned for different sales and stuff that I'll be having. Where can readers purchase your book? It's available through pre-order on my website, but after pre-orders, it will be available on Amazon. How can readers stay updated on your book release and related events? Through subscribing to my channel, visiting my website, or visiting me on social media. I'll be posting different things regarding the book and relating to the book, different promotional stuff that I've been doing, and different sales that I have planned. So really just make sure that you stay tuned with me on social media, whether that be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Those are probably the 3 main ones because I don't really post on the other ones like that. So thank you all for tuning into the book Q&A, and thank you all for submitting questions for the book Q&A through Instagram. I am so excited for the book to come out, and I cannot wait for people to have this in their hands. It's been such a special journey for me writing this book, and it's been different to when I wrote Henry, but in a lot of ways it's the same, and it's brought me back to myself, being creative and being able to express myself creatively. And I think that's all I have to say. So thank you all for tuning in. I can't wait until the book is out, so stay tuned until December 7th. I might be posting some more content here on my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and yeah, stay safe.